We are going to discuss today on Oracle Goldengate Veridata. Veridata is a software which is used to verify the data is in sync between source and target databases. So Oracle Veridata is from Oracle. It's a Goldengate product, and Goldengate, as you know, that it is used for the migration and replication purposes between Oracle databases or non-Oracle databases. So once a Goldengate environment is up running and the replication is happening, the main concern for our client is like whether their data is in sync. So when we are talking about the data is in sync in the client's terminology, whether their tables are same as that on the source, whether the table, when they're saying same, whether all the columns, the respective data of the columns, entire row, each and every piece of that particular table is same as that on the source, which is being replicated to the target side. Okay, so we talk this in a short form that is called as sync or out of sync, which is OOS, out of sync. So Oracle Goldengate a Veridata, when being set up, we have to provide the source location, we have to provide the target location from the source. It will compare the data at the target, and it will let us know which particular row, which particular column is out of sync or yet to sync. So my name is Hari Krishna. I'm starting my discussion on Oracle Goldengate Veridata now. So let's start. And for installing Oracle Goldengate Veridata, it requires a separate license, which is different from the Oracle Goldengate license, which clients supposed to have. If they are purchasing a product from the Oracle, they might get a discount, a huge discount on the product. So there are mainly few steps which as Veridata installer one need to follow very carefully while installing Veridata. The step number one, they should have a Java installed. It's not simply Java means anything which you install on the server and Goldengate will work. The Goldengate will work only with Oracle JDK, not as Open JDK. That is the first thing. So install a proper Java, Oracle Java JDK version, and the next goes to um, Oracle middleware. So Oracle middleware is Oracle Fusion middleware, which one needs to install, and the version of the Oracle Goldengate Fusion middleware should match same as that of Oracle Goldengate Veridata software which you are installing. So I mean to say, if your Veridata server is 12.2, then your Fusion middleware should be 12.2, and the respective Java is usually 1.8 Oracle JDK. If you are installing 11, it won't work. If you're installing 7, it won't work. Let's start. So these are all the basic introduction about how you need to install Veridata server. The very first thing you need to remember is you need to have repository schema, and find out where you want to keep the schema. In a separate database is usually suggested where this repository schema is created, and this repository schema should always be advised to keep away from the source and the target databases of the client, and Veridata use this particular schema to do its own um, data validation results into. So keeping that in mind, let's start our installation. So I'll try to show you first installing Fusion middleware software. So you need to have these two jar files with you. So as I mentioned, the first one is Fusion middleware, which is FMW 122120 infrastructure, which is a middleware software. Along with that, you need to have FM122120 OGG software. Both are jar files, and to install these two jar files, you need to have a version which is 180 and 192. I have installed. If it is 192 or above, it is good, and it should be Oracle JDK. It should not be Open JDK. If it is Open JDK, you will see Java version command output in the second and third line as Open JDK, not Java SE runtime environment and Java hotspot 64-bit server environment. So let's start installing the infrastructure. So the way you need to install is to call the Java jar, and you just need to press enter. It will take some time. It will do some pre-checks. If your Java is not properly been installed, and if it is a OpenJDK, in this particular step you get the error, and you need to do the prerequisites properly before proceeding with. Okay, so it will do the checks like how much CPU you have and how much it require, and it also check like how much swap space is there with you and how much it require, and I display usually as passed, and it also check the JVM version. So I installed 64-bit, which is not required, but yeah, you can go ahead by installing that particular piece of software. So once your middleware Fusion window starts, you will be prompted on the very first screen um, that you are going to install 122120. If this is not matching to your Golden Gate version, please stop here only. Don't proceed further. It's a waste of time. So just click on the next, and you will be asked to proceed with um, the installation with the Oracle Home, where I installed. I would like to install my software that is called as Oracle Home. So don't get confused yourself with the piece of Oracle software you have. And I'm just installing Oracle middleware infrastructure software, not with long examples. Okay, so I'm just providing Oracle Home in U04, where I would like to install my software, and the summary will be displayed, and you will again check your system certification and Java version, etc. And it's a small check, and once the check is over, you will proceed with the next. You need not to give any email and all, and you will be given a small warning, and you proceed further, and it will display to install. So the moment you click on the install, the installation process will start, and it will take some time usually, and once the installation is over with 100%, or middleware installation is over, and you just need to click on the finish, and that ends your